Hello and welcome, bookworms. Welcome to this week's episode of The Contented Narrative. So obviously we're now back to normal. There are no more Christmas decorations behind me. It was a heartbreaking day when I did take them down, but obviously now I can film and have them ready for you in the future. So the first one we're going to look at without the Christmas decorations is Where's Etty? Studland Bay by Amie, Cleland. And this is a debut author, so this is my first debut author of the year, but I'm sure it won't be my last. So essentially, this got sent to me by someone who'd heard about this and decided to send it over so that I could give it a read, because obviously I've said it before on my channel, but I'll say it again. If you are a debut author, if you have a book that you've published and you want someone to read it, you want someone to have a to review it. I don't have loads of subscribers. I have some, and I love each and every one of you. I think I'm on like 416 now or something, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure. But I would happily read, buy and review your books for you. So this was such an easy read. It's 54 pages and it is so much fun. So basically my understanding is this is based on Amy's real child and her little adventures. And so it follows 5-year-old Etty, and they go to the beach because Etty has been told that she needs to find this shell to make friends with a mermaid. I mean, to be perfectly honest, haven't we all been told that? Maybe not even when we were younger, maybe last weekend. But anyway, so this is the first book in a series inspired by real adventures of the little girl growing with a rare genetic disorder called GNB1. Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't know much about GNB1. I've done a little bit of research, and there's a little bit in the back as well as sort of like what it means to have a child with that disorder, because it's quite rare. Now, I'm not going to discuss that on this channel because, to be perfectly honest, that's sort of not what this channel is. It's about book recommendations. But this was so sweet. And I mean, I know I'm a grown up and I know I don't have kids, but I have a goddaughter, I have nieces, I have nephews, and I really think that they would enjoy a book like this because it was such an easy read. It was such a fun little story. From, Etty's point of view, she found the mermaid, she had fun, she had a great time. From the parents' point of view, they lost their child for a bit and had a little bit of a panic. But it was so cute. The illustrations in it were fantastic. The story just sort of like flowed through, and although it is only 54 pages, it genuinely took me like maybe an hour. Didn't even realise. Literally, I was reading and I was like, oh, it's the end. And I love as well at the end, it's got like a little picture and it's like, can you find Etty on the busy beach? I spotted her straight away, can I just say, where's Wally ain't got nothing on me? But I would definitely recommend you giving this a book. Now, I would say obviously, like, if you are just into sort of grown up, that's fine. I get it. But I mean, I've read it. I read young adult books. I read children's books, and I think it's a thoroughly enjoyable one. I think the characters are quite fun. I like the idea that it's based on a real little girl, and I look forward to seeing what Etty's adventures bring up next, because to be perfectly honest, if she's finding a mermaid on the first adventure, I'd love to know what the rest of the adventures have. But obviously, I would say buy this book if you've got nieces, nephews, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and have a little read with them. It'll be a lot of fun, and it's quite a great way of reading it. So thank you so much for sending this to me. Thank you so much, Amie Cleland, for writing it. I really enjoyed it, and I would say have a go. And again, if any of you guys have written a book that you'd like me to read and review, I'm happy to do it. Just drop me the details and we'll come to an arrangement. But thank you so much for your continued support, and I hope that you always keep it contento.